Chamber of Commerce has chosen the 2012 recipient of Volunteer of the Year when they asked for nominations. I offered a name of a Uvalde resident whom I thought was deserving of the award. It's not because he is a person who stands out as a well-known, recognized figure, but because of his dedication to the organizations he volunteers for. I met him at the Uvalde Rotary Club, where he's been a member since 1991. That's when I joined the club. His warm welcome left an impression. My opinion of him is he is a very unassuming gentleman who does not seek public recognition. That is, until tonight, thanks to me. There has been no better cheerleader or chaperone for the Uvalde High School volleyball team. He has supported them since 1990. He's also been a regular volunteer at the food pantry since 2005, giving up his Saturdays when the Rotary Club takes their turn. He is also involved in a Relay for Life since 1999. He has a Bachelor's of Science and Master's of Arts degrees in history from West Texas State University. At one time was a high school teacher for Dumas Independent School District for 9 years, from 1981 to 1990. Then he moved to Uvalde to teach history at Southwest Texas Junior College. He is a member of the American Historical Association, Political Science Association, and Texas Historical Association. I want to introduce you to the 2012 Uvalde Chamber of Commerce Volunteer of the Year, who is married to his wife Lana and has one son and a daughter-in-law. Congratulations to Stephen Kerbow, Chamber of Commerce.
So we're only going to be up for a couple of minutes. It's my honor to be here tonight to help introduce Uvalde's 2011 Uvaldean of the Year. This person has been an extraordinary asset to our community. Not only has this person's dedication to our community been a priority in her life, but it also remains steadfast. I have known her for many years and consider her to be one of the most enthusiastic, passionate individuals when it comes to helping the citizens of Uvalde. Whether it's business meetings, board meetings, fundraisers, luncheons, or just to talk over dinner about her plans for the future of Uvalde's healthcare movement, her eyes always light up. When she sits here, sights on a goal, she doesn't just sit there and wait for things to happen. She rallies and gets to business. Her enthusiasm for what she believes in is compelling, and everyone around her can feel the passion. Throughout the year, her involvement in Uvalde's healthcare movement has had a major impact on the care that the citizens of Uvalde receive. This amazing woman's bio sketch is impressive and would take me a few hours to read it, so I'm going to give you guys the cliff notes tonight. Her involvement began while serving as board member for the Community Health Development Original Board in 1983. In 1984, she accepted the CHDI's offer of employment as executive secretary. In 1986, she was offered the position of Chief Executive Office. Since then, she has guided the agency through its growth and development. Throughout the years, she has held various positions on the Texas Association Community Health Center Board of Directors, including Secretary, Treasurer, Vice President, and President of the office she currently holds. Inasmuch, she had also served on the Board of Directors of the Southwest Primary Care Association. She was also elected and served as chair of the Board of Directors of the National Association of Community Health Centers with the distinct honor of being the first Hispanic female to hold this elected office. And I could just keep going and going, but the time won't allow. So on a personal note, I would like to say that this woman is a great role model for all of us, and especially for the young girls of our community.
Well, as I said, our Senator Uresti, our current representative, Representative Canseco, they both sent in video messages, and unfortunately we can't show them. I do have a letter, And then we've also got a couple of our elected officials here tonight who'd like to come up and say just a few words. So I think Representative Gallegos and Representative King, if y'all like to come up.
Well, thank you, Councilman, so much for allowing Chairman Gallego and I the opportunity and privilege to say something nice about somebody that's very, very special to both of us. But I've had the honor and privilege of working with a number of folks that work in the public sector over the years, both in healthcare and in transportation issues and many, many other issues, both here in the district, in the different districts that I've represented, and also throughout the state of Texas. And I can tell you that Rachel Gonzales-Hanson is one of the finest public servants that I've ever had the privilege of working with. So I can't think of anybody that deserves this award more than you do. Congratulations so much from the Texas House of Representatives to you, Rachel. Thank you.
There's a saying in Spanish that says, let me get it. Because my mother would not be happy if I messed it up. Más hace el que quiere que el que puede. So, the perfect translation, the easiest translation, is that more is done by the person who wants to do it than by the person who simply just can do it. Las ganas, that desire, is incredible, an incredible force in Rachel, who has faced down more challenges than most people acknowledge. From funding cuts, which were huge, from the challenges of moving from building to building, keeping staff, keeping services, and all about this one passion of hers, which is keeping people, young and old, healthy. I don't know how many of us have ever said one other saying that I'll close on. And that is, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And there's really no more important a mission and no more critical a soldier in that fight to keep Uvalde healthy than Rachel Gonzales-Hanson. So felicidades, congratulations. I join Tracy, my good friend who I'm going to miss in the House. I join him in saying congratulations to an absolutely phenomenal person.
I don't know that I have to use a mic either, because I do have the big mouth. Well, I think I'm speechless for once in my life. Doesn't happen, I know. Doesn't happen very often. Jimmy's over there, God help it last all weekend. Well, I'm very humbled, truly. I am humbled and honored. I did not expect this. I don't think I ever expected this, because this is not something that is given, I know, to just anybody, but I have to say that this is not something that I accept on my own. It comes, obviously, only because I have the support of my family, you know, my husband, my mom and my dad, my parents, my brothers and his new fiancée that are here with me this evening, and so I accept it in their honor, but most importantly, I accept it in the name of my agency. And the people that work, over the 100 staff members that we have, the 11 volunteer board, they are the heart of what drives me. And they're the ones that inspire me. These last several years, we've had the pleasure of having most blessed by just some wonderful leaders in our community that help with our capital campaign. You know, two of them, of course, are right here with us, and Jen Elliott and the rest of the crew. We just could not have done it without them, and those are the people that drive me and inspire me. And of course, I always remember, or I try to remember, what it was like when I was a single parent with 2 children, and sometimes had Medicaid and sometimes didn't, and worried about where my child was going to get their health care next, and you know, what was going to happen if they didn't. And so those are the decisions that drive my business. That's the drive that's in me to make sure that others don't have to go through that. I thank the community for always being so supportive. I thank and appreciate the patience of all the elected officials that I hound all the time. And it's not going to stop, especially with a budget cuts. They're still there, Pete. But really, words fail me. I just can't say enough how honored I am. But again, I accept this only because of my agency and in honor of all of the staff that worked with me and my board. Thank you very much.